qui détaille. Pourquoi tu veux encore parler? Je me wake up et tu dors encore. La story est morte, tu connais ton corps. Elles connaissent le mien, je suis fou à ce qui paraît. C'est sûrement à cause de la musique. Et puis c'est la fame qui monte à la tête. J'ai pensé à nous et pourtant j'ai plongé. Encore une raclée d'un clip. Encore une go sur un tournage. Les filles du pilon je trip. Forcément je clique. C'est fini la gomme est sournoise. Elle a su me dire ce que je kiffe. La seconde après elle est sur moi. Ce n'était qu'une histoire de corps, baby. Je n'y ai jamais mis du cœur, non. Seulement nos deux corps. Seulement après minuit. Jamais dans notre lit. Oh, Dieu a compris. Je reconnais tout, baby. Mais toi tu savais tout sur moi. Tu m'as pris tout entier. Donc prends le bon et le mauvais. Moi je reconnais tout, baby. Mais toi tu savais tout sur moi. Tu m'as pris tout entier. Donc prends le bon et le mauvais.
Le choix, c'est toi ou moi qui part. Je veux que je sois à toi, mon corps m'appartient déjà pas. On peut se voir que le soir, je peux pas rester tard. Tu m'empêches de voir, quand on le fait dans le noir. Faut pas que t'aies des regrets, je reconnais tout, baby. Mais toi tu savais tout sur moi. Si tu me laisses rentrer dans toi, elle parle de temps, je vais tout. Elle savait tout sur moi, mais elle m'a pris tout entier. Elle savait tout sur moi, mais elle m'a pris tout entier. Elle savait tout sur moi, tout entier. Elle savait tout sur moi, mais elle m'a pris tout entier.
Je reconnais tout, baby. Mais toi tu savais tout sur moi. Tu m'as pris tout entier. Donc prends le bon et le mauvais. Moi je reconnais tout, baby. Mais toi tu savais tout sur moi. Tu m'as pris tout entier. Donc prends le bon et le mauvais. Ce n'était que d'histoire de corps, baby. Je n'y ai jamais mis du cœur, non. Seulement nos deux corps. Seulement après minuit. Jamais dans notre lit. Oh, Dieu a compris. Pourquoi tu veux qu'on en parle? Tu m'as pris, tu m'as mis dans ta vie. Mais tu savais, tu le savais.
Elle savait tout sur moi, mais elle m'a pris tout entier. Elle savait tout sur moi, mais elle m'a pris tout entier.
Tu m'as pris, tu m'as mis dans ta vie. Mais tu savais, oh, tu savais.
Elle savait tout sur moi, mais elle m'a pris.
Yo. Hello. What it do? What it is, what it is, what it is, what it is, what's up? What's going on YouTube? What's up, Twitch? Trying to see if people are gonna trickle in. If not, it's all good. Simple, easy, quick. Alright. So let's get to it. What's up, everybody? Your boy Future Wealth in the building. So we're doing a little live stream. This is kind of more dedicated towards people in my Discord and several other communities that I trade in. A lot of you guys are kind of wanting to transition into different markets. So this is a way for you guys to kind of get an understanding of what a prop firm is, which prop firms to kind of choose from, what's futures trading, and how is it beneficial from trading stocks or options and etc. that you're used to trading on a regular basis, and kind of just give you another platform for you to be able to make more money or learn how to trade in a different market, or just better your overall understanding of what there is to do out there. So I'm I'm an affiliate with Apex. Excuse me, I'm an affiliate with Apex. But the thing about Apex, I am very, I would say I'm in between with them when it comes to like their customer service. I was a funded trader with them and ended up losing an account. Happened to have some technical difficulties and trade connections, and then certain trades that I were making, it was just they weren't getting executed correctly, and I just ended up getting frustrated with that and actually happened to lose on my account. But I would say Apex overall, if you are just starting and you wanted to find somewhere that's an affordable account that actually allows you to be able to trade and gives you a good amount of time to be able to test your trading knowledge or skills, Apex is, I would say, a really good, idea or option for you to be able to get into the futures market. So with that being said, right now they have an 80% off. I know you guys can probably see that on the screen. There's a 90% off sale on the right above me, but right now it's an 80% off. So I just haven't changed that banner. I haven't, but they have an 80% off sale on all the accounts that they have right now. So you got 6 days left. If you guys choose to do so, you guys can use my code that's right above my head. I will have a link in the bio down below as well. I think I can probably just put that when I'm talking to you guys. I can probably put it in the chat. But for the most part, yeah, they have they're doing big things. They are kind of I would say like a new name in the game. They've been around for a little while, but they got some skin in the game and they're growing overall. But they have a lot of people that are really about what they got going on. I could say I'm one of those people as well. But like I mentioned, I'm in between when it comes to Apex, just because of how my personal experience with them. So prop firms. Prop firms pretty much, if you ever are a person that has traded in the stock market, you can understand that it's kind of difficult when you trade when you don't have the capital to really want to really endeavor into certain trades. Like you see these YouTubers, these entrepreneurs, these content creators that trade and they show these big accounts that they made X amount of money, and you're just like, damn, how do I do that? How do I get about have to have that type of money to be able to make that type of gains in the day? Well, this is crazy enough. This is actually, I wouldn't say the easiest and I wouldn't say the quickest, but it is a way that you could start seeing yourself make, 4 figures, 5-figure trades daily. But you have to be, in my experience of doing this, you have to be, I would say, a profitable trader. You have to be really confident in what you do and what you believe. Your trade setups have to be top tier. You can't just chase, you can't just scalp and think you're going to make it, because a lot of times, in my own experience, I've done all those things and I've blown so many accounts. I passed evaluations and then end up losing the account because I've over traded, and then just blew the account because I was chasing. That's happened to me several times. When I became funded, I had issues. I took trades. I profited, then lost, then profited, then lost, and then just was losing, even though the trade was saying that I was up, and then ended up losing the account. But if you really believe in, what you got going on, you believe in your setups, you believe in your own trading, your trading IQ and knowledge, then I would say you can do this. You can really make that type of money that these, other YouTubers and entrepreneurs and content creators do. You can make that type of money, but it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to have to take time. You got to really understand what's going on and how to really adapt at the market overall. So with Apex, I think this is a really cool thing about Apex. You can receive 100% of your profit when you reach up to $25,000. Anything after that, it's 90-10, which is cool. But the crazy thing about it is that you see at the bottom here, you can trade up to 20 accounts. That's a lot. I mean, I've seen a couple YouTubers do it. It's difficult. It's not easy. They have ways for you to be able to trade with all those accounts all at once. But again, it is not easy to do that. Not one bit. CopyTrader, even having CopyTrader, and it's not easy to be able to pass that milestone. Like, it's easy. It's definitely not. They have 2 payouts per month. They also, you have to just trade up to 7 trading days. So when you get a prop firm account, so pretty much you pay for an account. They give you the account size that you choose from. I will show you right here. So they got a 25K account, 50, 75, 100, 150, 250, and I think they also have a 300K account. With these accounts, you pay a percentage, a little small percentage, especially with these deals that are going on right now. They got 80% off. So that 50K account, a lot of us trade 50K accounts. That 50K account is like $33. So I mean, like, you spending $33 to be able to have $50,000 at your fingertips. It's, even though it's like you're trading a paper account for this whole evaluation process, but you still are able to trade with that amount of money under your fingertips. So you kind of get a custom of the understanding of actually trading and seeing how the market moves. Now, you're not trading stocks, you're not trading options, you're trading futures. So pretty much you're trading the S&P 500, which is ES. You're trading the NASDAQ, which is NQ. You're trading commodities. You can trade gold, oil. It's like, for those that are accustomed to trading Forex and knowing those indices, it's similar to that, but you're not dealing with pairs. You can trade the commodities, but you're not dealing with pairs. And then with stock and options traders, you're pretty much trading just, S&P 500, the NASDAQ. You can trade the Dow. You can trade a lot of other things, but it's, on a bigger scale. So it's like if you choose to trade SPX, you're pretty much trading ES, if that's kind of the similarity of just the value of when you're trading in options. So with these accounts, you have that amount of money at your fingertips, but there are rules that you have to abide by. So with the 50K account, you have a profit target of $3,000 you have to reach. Okay, $3,000, it's doable. But know that you have 7 days you can qualify to become funded. So that allows you to be able to give yourself time instead of having to pass it all in one day, which, I mean, I've done it several times, but, give yourself some time to really get into the market, understand, these patterns, these moves, these setups, and take your trade and get profit and, let that be and go on with your day. There is a trailing threshold. Some people are like, what the heck does that mean? It is a little confusing, especially when you're not used to hearing that terminology. But a trailing threshold. So pretty much, as simple as I try to explain it, if you make profit, so like say with the 50K account, let's say you're up $500, and you don't take profit on that $500, and that trade goes back to zero or you lose profit, now your threshold moves from when you have your $2,500 threshold now goes down, let's say $1,000 because you lost $1,000, so to speak, because you were up $500 in profit. It went back to zero and you never closed out, and then now you're down $500 because you finally just got out the trade. Now you're down $1,000, and your threshold now is at $1,500. So that threshold now has gotten a lot thinner because you didn't choose to take profits when the profits were there, or close out at break even. Excuse me. Now, excuse me. Every account is different, as you can see. With a 25K account, there's 1,500. 50K, you got 2,500. 75K, 2.75. So you kind of can see that threshold is there on all accounts. But it sucks, but it gives you a little understanding of not to overdo it. Because as you see with the contract size, you have a max of what you can trade with. With the minis, those are you be trading those on a bigger scale. So that's where your bigger moves. So like for instance, when you trade SPX, you're getting more gains or more losses, but the value of that movement is on a bigger scale than trading just SPY contracts. So I would compare the SPY contracts with the micros because you could still make money, but you would need a bigger move for you to really profit. Like it would be as if you were trading SPX on you can get a bigger gain on a small move with SPX than you will with SPY on contracts. So don't get it twisted. When you get 50K account, I'm going to stick with 50K account because that's what I trade the most. I've traded a 100K account before, but a lot of the times I particularly trade 50K account, so I'm going to go with 50K account. With the 50K account, 10 contracts, that's a lot. Keep in mind when you're trading the minis, when you're trading with 10 contracts, this $2,500 can reach so quickly if the trade does not go in your favor. And people will get so pissed that oh, I got stopped out. I blew my account because I was trading 10 contracts and the trade just literally went up a couple ticks and I lost out on my account because I just was trading, I oversized my trades. So a lot of people don't realize that you can trade with micros. I mean, you can trade micros on a bigger scale, but it allows you to be able to have a better understanding of how the market moves, how trades move, and etc. Instead of, overdoing it, you can trade with 10 micros, 20 micros, 25 micros, and still get a profitable move overall. You don't have to overdo it. I would say myself, I mean, I trade the minis mostly, but I've come to, I became comfortable with my trades that I trade at least with 2 contracts. Majority of the time, it's mostly just 2 contracts on the minis. Sometimes 3 if I'm really feeling myself and feeling the trade. And if I ever do 4 contracts, that's like I'm really about it and I'm just trying to hit my target and then just be done. But majority of the time, it's only 2 contracts. And it's beneficial for me because I still get good profit off of 2 contracts, and my stop loss is at a tight mark that I'm only willing to lose about $200 per trade, which is fine with me because I'm like, all right, well, $200 per trade. If I'm willing to lose that, I know that I still have a cushion to be able to make that money back with only 20 ticks of it, reaching. So keep in mind, there's several ways of you have options of what account you choose to trade with, as well as the platform that they're using. So there's 2 platforms that you can trade off of on Apex. Apex, they have their system runs through Rithmic. If you choose to go this route, Rithmic you don't really trade on. You just use it for its data and its I want to say the process that it runs through. But the platform that you actually trade off of is NinjaTrader. NinjaTrader is a cool platform. It's a little bit, it's old, but now it's really kind of revamped itself and remodeled itself some. A lot of OG futures traders like to trade on this. It's hit or miss. For me, I've only been using it for probably like several months now, but it's cool. I like it. It's a lot going on, but at the same time, it's self-explanatory when you actually get used to it. NinjaTrader is a cool platform. With these accounts, it's a little bit cheaper when you choose through Rithmic, especially with the discounts. So keep in mind, like say this 50K account's $167 a month. If you actually bought it so like this. When we go down here with Tradeovate, another platform. You can see that the account is $20 more expensive, but yeah, $20 more expensive. But with Tradeovate, you are able to trade with TradingView. So with the TradingView platform, you can actually use that chart system and trade your futures off of that, which is, I think, is awesome, because a lot of us that are so used to charting on TradingView, this allows you to be able to trade on that platform so that you don't have to worry about using a different platform. Note that, the data might not be as fast as it is on other platforms, like with Arithmetic and trading on NinjaTrader, unless you have the paid services of, TradingView that allows you to get the market data up to speed, yada, yada, yada. Then that's cool. But with these Tradeovate NinjaTrader plan that they have right here, all the same rules, contract size and everything, the threshold, the goal and everything is still the same. But you also are able to trade on TradingView. You can use on the Tradeovate platform as well, which is a good one as well. You can trade on the browser. You have a mobile as well, so you want to trade on the go, you can use it on your phone, and it's compatible on Mac. Now, let me go back up here to the Rithmic. Rithmic, if you're ever trading on Mac, you have to use a program that allows you to use Windows, so like Parallels and other platforms as well, which kind of sucks. But at the same time, it's, a lot of us Mac users that are able to use Macs on the go or even at home. I have a PC, but I have a Mac as well, a MacBook as well. I trade on the go, and I use Parallels to use the trade on a Windows platform. So keep that in mind as well when you're choosing between the accounts. But yeah, that's pretty much, it gives you all the market data, the licenses too, because when you need to trade with these particular platforms, they have a license that you have to pay for if you didn't choose. So like, say if you have your own personal account and you wanted to use Tradeovate or you wanted to use NinjaTrader, you have to pay for a license to be able to use that platform, because they give you the data and they give you the license just to be able to use that platform overall. And this allows you to use all that stuff for free, which is cool. But it's pretty much self-explanatory when it comes to Apex. They have a lot of videos. So if you ever get confused about something and you're like wondering what exactly I need to know about either payouts, how long I need to trade for, etc., like the list goes on with different questions, they have videos with the answers and stuff like that at the FAQ. I will go over Top Step in a second, but let me go back up here just to give you guys some more information on the funding program, and then I'll go over this as well. So you can trade with the full size with the contracts, as I mentioned before. Not the smartest thing to do, but it's there. But you still have to, pass within 7 days. You can trade as long as you need to. It can take you months if you need to, but just know that every month you're going to be paying a fee. And then you have the minimum 7 days just to get funded. Let's see. You can trade on holidays, which is cool. So there's a particular time. I'm in the West Coast, so let's say market closes for me at 2 p.m. In the West Coast. And then there's a closing of an hour of the market, which is from 2 to 3. After 3 o'clock, I can trade again. So when it comes down to like the holidays, usually during the day the market's going to be closed, and then after 3 o'clock I can trade again. There you can trade on news, which is cool. So like for those that people like to trade CPI, PPI, when Powell speaks, all the, like, if you trade oil when oil has new stuff going on, all that, you can trade on those days to have better your chances of making more money or losing more money. Depends on how that day goes for you. It says there's no total cap on the maximum payout. So of course you have that 100% of money is all that you make in profit up to $25,000. After that, they take 10% out of that 100%. So you're left with 90%. You know, that's cool. And you get real time data on all markets that you choose to trade from. And technically it's a one-step process. I mean, there's a couple different steps within that, but technically you just need to reach a profit target in 7 days and just not blow your account. And again, you can trade up to 20 accounts. For those days when they have the promos of 90% off on the accounts, I think that's probably the best time to really buy or try to attempt to buy 20 accounts if you can afford to buy 20 accounts, because it gives you a little cushion. So like, even if you don't trade them all at once, it gives you a cushion to be able to trade some. And then if that process doesn't go well, you still have other accounts to be able to trade. But they're a lot cheaper. So like, even I think, if I'm not mistaken, those 50K accounts, when the 90% off is going on, I think it's like $19 on the account, like $19 on the account. Okay, let's bring it back down here. So again, minimum trading days is 7 to get funded. They have a time frame for those that are in the East Coast, West Coast, etc. The threshold that I was mentioning earlier, again, the time, 23 hours in the day. You can maximize your position. Definitely not the smartest thing to do. That's where they make their money, because they want you to blow your account, and that's how it goes. You can trade during the news. Definitely a plus side. And they're one step. So let me go over to Top Step. Let's go over this. So with Top Step, they brought out some news that was pretty much game changing overall. And for those that are watching this video that have already know about this stuff, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that. But Top Step pretty much came in and changed the game, in my opinion. They have you can get funded within 2 days. That's huge. In my opinion, that's huge. But you got to be really, really precise on hitting particular price points for that to actually happen. But in the month of August, there's 5,000 funded accounts, which is crazy. That's crazy numbers, especially with them just bringing that out maybe like a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago. So that's huge. So with their process, it's literally one step. You just have to hit your price target, and that's it, to be honest. I mean, there's little separate rules that they give you. Like, they have what I would consider like a trailing, not really a trailing stop loss, but you have a daily stop loss. So with the 50K account, and again, as you can see, there's only 3 accounts. So with these accounts, with the 50K account, you have to reach $3,000. Your max loss is $2,000, unlike with Apex, it's $2,500. But they split that up between 2 days. So, for instance, not really 2 days, but 2 losses. If you somehow trade and take $1,000 loss, 1 second. Sorry. So with the $2,000 loss limit, Top Step pretty much gives you a barrier that you cannot lose more than $1,000 in that day. which I think is great because a lot of us get a little too comfortable with our trades, and then we taking losses, and we get so frustrated. They're like, you know what, I need to make this money back, and you end up losing more money, and then that's how you blow your accounts. So what they do is they allow you to trade with this 50K account, but they're only giving you a $1,000 loss per loss. So if you take that $1,000 loss that day, you're done for the day. No more trading. You're done for the day, and you got to net trade the next following day. Which, again, if you're trading, let's say you traded today in the morning, you took a $1,000 loss within the day, you have to wait. For me in the West Coast, I would have to wait till after 3 o'clock p.m. to be able to trade on a new day. Cool enough. It happens. It happened to me several times. I bought a couple accounts, and I was getting back into using Top Step because when I got into prop firm trading, I got into Top Step, and it wasn't really a good experience for me to begin with. I was close a couple times, but just never. Their rules before they changed it was different, and I just wasn't that much of a profitable trader. I believed in my trades at that time. And then when they changed their overall accounts and all that jazz, I had bought a couple accounts, but they had some issues with the accounts. Trader Rate had some issues, and they ended up, refunding all of us our money back. So I pretty much just closed all my accounts and just got all my money back, which is cool. But I think this is game changing because it allows you to realize that if the trade's not going right for you, or whatever rules that you have set for yourself, you have to abide by those rules, especially when it comes to these prop firms. Because again, like I mentioned with Apex, they make majority of their money off of you blowing your account. Even if it's $50 that you see here a month, or you actually buy the full price for these accounts, that's where they make their money at. They're not making money off of really, like, you have to be like extremely profitable, making thousands of dollars for them to really make money off of that 10% that they get from you. So keep in mind, like, when you trade these accounts, you want to realize that I'm trading to make this money so that I can actually get to a point where I'm funded, and then I have the experience that I'm trading with this size, that I'm aware of what size I can trade now and what I'm comfortable at, and then willing to take that risk within myself to really profit from this. Even if you blow an account, again, I've blown accounts so many times. I've been funded and blown an account. It happens. But it's just the experience of you having that understanding of your paper trading, but this paper trading is really pretty much testing you to see if you're really about what you are, like your time in the markets. How much screen time you're giving yourself, how much months, years, days, however long you've been trading overall in the market. But this gives you like a better chance to be able to trade it with a bigger size, which is cool. I think it's really beneficial. I mean, they've been around for some time now. Top Step has been around for a while. And for a lot of like even people that trade Forex, there's been prop firms been around for like, was it FTMO? Like they've been around for a while. And there's other prop firms that have been in the game that give you a chance to be able to test your skills, test your knowledge, and trade with a bigger size. And then if you are consistent and profitable, they trust you enough to give you that actual money to trade with, and that's where you make your money and use that money to either, fund your own personal account, use that to, take care of bills, some extra income, buy more accounts to be able to trade with more. Like, there's different things that you can look at this way, these prop firms to be able to help you better your overall experience for the future. So again, proper target is 3K. You're trading with only 5 contracts instead of 10, like with Apex, which I think is safer, but I still wouldn't trade with 5 contracts, even if I wanted to. And your max loss is only at 2,000. Let's go down here. So again, with Apex, it's 25K. With Top Step, it's only 10K. Still not bad. It's still a lot of money. A lot of us don't even have $1,000 in our bank accounts. So 10K of your own money. If you make that profit, that's all you. There's a 90-10 split. Okay, cool. I think it's 5 trading days. That's good. Apex, it's 10. So after you become funded, you have to trade 10 trading days on Apex to become funded. I mean, to request a payout. With Top Step, it's only 5 days, and then you have to be consistent of $200 over to request a payout. Cool. Their process is quick. I think they do deal as well. I think Apex and Top Step run through deal to be able to have that process to do your payouts. One rule, like I mentioned before, you do get a certificate. You get a certificate on Apex as well. You get a payout bonus. I'm not too sure what the payout bonus really fully consists of, but I know it just mentions your last month is refunded. And then pretty much you just get back the money that you paid for the account. And then I want to say you get back your initial account that you paid for. Usually the fee is around $149, $150. And you get to be part of the payout club. You can eventually scale up, which is cool too, because a lot of people were going to think like, okay, if I go to Apex, I get a chance to be able to trade with 300K if I pay for that account. But with Top Step, I've only got 3 options. Well, thankfully they allow you to scale up, but you got to request it, but you got to show consistency within that. You get to trade up to 3 funded accounts. With Apex, you get to do 20. That's only difference. And then there's a lot more coaching and beneficial tools that Top Step has on their platform, as well as their Top Step TV that they have on YouTube. If you guys want to check that out, make sure you guys go subscribe to Top Step TV or Top Step. They have a TV platform. They live trading, talk about what's going on in the market, futures market, and etc. All there, helpful. I kind of tuned in a little bit today this morning on my way to work. Pretty dope, not gonna lie. Definitely changing the game. And then there's a lot of different, like I mentioned, they got coaches, they got trader IQs, and etc. So to help you better your situation. And they do have a lot of videos as well, just like Apex. Platform is dope. So if you ever get into that point of trying to figure out what you want to do, I think they're both good platforms, especially for like if beginners, platform traders that want to get funded in the futures market. I would say go with Apex. If you want to, cost affordable accounts, I even think Top Step is affordable, to be honest. You're paying only $50 for a 50K account. That's still not bad, in my opinion. I still think that's affordable, to be honest with you. So I kind of like I'm in between on both, but I think I like Top Step. I love their customer service. I love just how accessible all the stuff is. And I think it's beneficial. Apex, it's cool, affordable. You really got to be on your P's and Q's when trading because you got 7 days. I mean, the minimum you have 7 days, and you're really trying to, hit that profit target earlier so that you can, trade a smaller size the remaining days until you hit 7 days so you're able to qualify to become funded. I mean, that happens. Nothing's wrong with that. That's probably pretty much the safest way to do it, or you can just take your time. It just depends up to you. But I would say I have a referral link for both platforms. I'll put those in the description as well for you guys if you guys choose to get involved with wanting to open an account. But I'm really just doing this just so that you guys can really have an understanding, because I've been asked several times like, oh, I want to get it, or people have brought up like, I want to get into trading futures, but I don't know too much about it. I don't know what the deal is, what the size is, and what am I trading, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So you are trading these equities. You can trade all these equities going from S&P 500, NASDAQ, the Dow. So the mid cap is what we're talking about, like the minis, and then the micros, etc. You got the Russell. You got interest rates for those people that trade that. interest rates, the 10-year, the 2-year notes, all that stuff. You can trade all that. And then you got your currencies. So you can trade these other currencies as well, which is cool. It's not how when you trade Forex and you deal with pairs, you're actually just trading the actual, like, say you're trading the British pound or the euro. You're actually trading the actual currency itself. Then you got your agricultural, so like corn, wheat, soy. Those are always cool because when I would say a big catalyst is when there's like war and stuff that is going on. The agriculture futures are booming. So keep that in mind too. If things like that happen, like, you know, keep that in mind with that market. And energy, I think energy is huge. I when I first started really trading futures, I was trading the Nasdaq and trading crude oil. Crude oil is a big mover, and you can really make money, really make money in the market with crude oil. But it is a slow mover at times, so I have to keep that in mind as well. There's natural gas, heating oil, etc. And then you got your metals. Metals, you have gold, silver, platinum, which is cool. As you can see, the size, the tick size. So for those that don't know what ticks are, pretty much a tick is a exchange or a purchase when you look at the candles. So let me go to I have it. Okay. That's weird. All right, don't know why that didn't pop up. So while my platform opens up, I'll show you what. So if you guys look at a regular chart, you can see when you're trading, say you're trading options or a stock, each candle represents, you know, a time frame. So if you're looking at the 1 minute, each candle represents 1 minute. And with the tick chart, each candle represents the ticks that you choose to. So I usually trade on 1,000 tick chart, sometimes 500, but a tick pretty much consists of a purchase that is being made. So if the candle's going green, that means that there's a lot more buys for this candle. If the candle is red, that candle is red, that means it's being sold. There's a lot more sells. So when you are trading, for instance, when you're trading options, you buy puts. I was loud. Buy puts, and you sell your put, or buy calls, you sell your calls. With futures, you're buying and selling. That's it. There's no call, put, anything. There's also no Greeks that you have to worry about. So when you're trading options, you know how when you trade options, you say you get into a SPY call. SPY goes up, you know, you're up. Say pullback happens. Actually, let's do this. Say you get into a SPY call, the SPY goes down. And then you finally go back to your break even, but you're not really at break even. Your contract value has gone down. And you're just like, damn, I'm back at break even. I'm literally back to where I got in at the trade, but the value of my contract is less than what I paid for. Is because of the Greek stat data, you know, the decay and etc. But with futures, you don't have to deal with that. So even when you get into a trade and that price of, you know, that equity goes down or goes in the other direction of you of your trade, once it goes back to the actual where you bought in, the break even, you're at break even. The price is back at zero. So that means that you're back at, you didn't lose anything and you didn't gain anything. So that's a good thing I like about that, because it allows you to be able to really kind of fight your way back. So like even if you get into a trade, I buy a contract, I buy going long on NASDAQ and it goes south, like it goes down and then it comes back up and retests back at that level where I bought in. And now I'm like, okay, cool. I'm back at break even. I can close out the trade and be like, you know what? I don't want to deal with this trade anymore. I'm gonna just let it be. Or, you know, if you get into a trade too early and it finally goes back to where you needed the direction that you wanted it to be and finally goes, now you're in profit. You didn't lose anything. There was no decay because of the contracts that you got. So that's a good thing I like about futures. That's a big reason why a lot of people are switching over to that, because one, they can trade all day. Whenever, technically all day, they have 23 hours to trade in the market, as well as the opportunity to be able to get back at break even. If the trade doesn't go in their favor, they can work their way back to, you know, break even, and then possibly the trade can go in their favor. They can make money, which is a blessing. So keep that in mind as well. So you can see I think I actually have it open now. Boom. Okay. So for you guys, I'll be quick with this. Each candle, like I mentioned, represents a tick. So here we have this red candle here, pretty much is 1,000 ticks. There's still more room to go in this candle, but this here is pretty much an order of sales being and transactions, I guess, purchases. So it's a transaction, the best way to call it. Excuse me, a transaction that's being made that has to be 1,000 ticks. So each candle represents 1,000 transactions that were made. So 1,000 transactions were made for this thing to go up. There's 1,000 transactions for this thing to go down. So you got to keep that in mind. So that's what ticks are. That's what I think is very helpful for you to really understand. Like, yeah, you can use your, you know, your time frames. I still have both open so that I can see overall the time that's being made. So like, you know, if I want to choose to hold the trade longer, so I get into a trade and like, you know, on the way of this hourly that I have here, we know that the hour was being sold here. Let's see, the time frame from this was 7 a.m. 7 a.m. Imagine if you got into the trade at 7 a.m. when the sale actually happened. From 7 a.m. to the end of this, so 4 hours to 7 to 8 o'clock, 7 to 8 o'clock. From 7 a.m. 7 a.m. this sold off, and you held it all the way to 8 o'clock in the morning. Just imagine if you did that. Just imagine if you did that. You're not technically gonna do that. I mean, some people do. I mean, some people hold their trades long enough like that. But imagine how much money you make, especially in the futures market. That's crazy. That's huge gains. That's insane gains. But that gives you, I guess, like gives me the understanding. Okay, well, my hourly is telling me that okay, we're gonna get into a sell. I'm gonna get my sell, and I'm gonna just take profit at whatever I choose to take profit at. So that's your tick size. So like for the NASDAQ, it's 0.25. That's worth $20 per tick. So for a whole one tick, 1.0, that's $200. I could be wrong. Because I do 20 ticks, and that's a value of $200. I could be wrong. My math might be horrible today. But for each tick, it's worth $20. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. So it kind of gives you an understanding of, oh, this is the mini, right? Yeah, mini, yeah. Mini, yeah, minis. Okay. And then you have your micros down here. So I was like, where's my micros? Okay. So you have micros down here. So the value of 0.25 is at $2. So yeah, it's on a smaller scale, pretty much 10x from the minis. But you know that with a couple ticks, you can make $100. That's what I meant, is $100. Not $200, $100. So keep that in mind as well. Definitely, if you guys need this chart, in my Discord, I have it on in one of the tabs. For those that are just tuning in, definitely check out the Apex website. They have it on the bottom. of their page to kind of give you an understanding of what the chart looks like. Let me go back to my chart real quick. So again, this is overall how my setup looks when I'm at home. My laptop or my MacBook, when I turn on my MacBook, it's something similar but a little bit different. But I like this platform. It's called Quan Tower. I like how the setup looks. The only thing I don't like is that I have, when I want to close out a trade, instead of closing out where it says close positions, it doesn't close out all the positions. So like for us that trade with bracket orders, which are pretty much, it gives you a stop loss and price targets that you can put for yourself. It doesn't close out your stop loss and your take profit zones. So like say, which happened to me when I first started using this platform. I got into a trade, my trade was in profit, and then I pressed close positions because I just wanted to get out the trade. I wanted a quick, in and out type trade. I pressed close positions, but it left my other orders open. So I had closed my laptop, went to bed, woke up the next morning, and my account was blown. And I was like, "What the heck happened? Like, I don't understand. Like, I made profit, and I closed my laptop, I closed my positions. How do I lose if I was literally up in profit?" Come to find out, you have to press flatten. So like, even if you don't want to wait till your profit targets hit, you can press flatten, and then that closes everything. So it closes your orders that you get your TP and your SLs, and then the overall trade itself. So that's the only thing I don't like about this platform so far, that I've from me using it for about less than a month. But overall, I think the charts are pretty cool. The data is really cool. There's a lot of different platforms that you can actually use. So like Binance, let me see, they have all these connections. So if you ever use this platform to want to trade Forex, crypto, they got TD Ameritrade set up on their Trading View, TraderSway, TopFX, all these, KuCoin, like all that. I like this platform because they have connection to all that, which is cool. But I'm still getting used to it. I like the trading setup and everything like that. But I'll go back over real quick. Let me log in to my account. Hopefully it doesn't show any data. I'll just go over what happened today. Today, I've only had the account for 2 days. I told myself I'd just buy an account and see what I can do with it again. So far, we're up $1,000. Had a pretty interesting day yesterday. Yesterday was pretty funny. I took 2 trades yesterday. I took 3 trades, but 2 trades yesterday where I got stopped out. I didn't trade majority of the day until I got on to lunch at work, and the setup that I had saw in the morning finally hit. So the whole pop that happened in the morning, I didn't want to trade that. I wanted to go short in the market. So I waited for my levels to reach. My entries on both trades that I taken all stopped me out. So I was down $400. As you can see, my P&L low, I was down $442 yesterday, and I was like, damn. But I knew the setup that I wanted was going to happen. So what I did was, I took 9 trades. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's that 9? Okay, I don't know what the 9, but so the transactions between the two, like, equals up to 9, I guess. So I made back the money that I lost. So I went back to break even, which took one trade. I made my entry. I got a good entry after the 2 losses. Got a good entry on my 3rd trade, and that one got me back to break even. And then I took one more trade going short I think I had to purchase another contract. That's what comes into the 9. And once I closed out that whole entire trade, I profited $600. So overall, we made over $1,100 in the day, from being down $442 to making that back, and then being able to profit $661 on the account. And then today, I just took 2 trades, and profited on both of those. First trade, we only made $142, and then took another trade and profited $218, which gives us roughly that 410, which is cool. But yeah, this is also something cool that they have on Top Step, which pretty much at the end of the day, they give you your performance on your combine of, your account size, what you start with, where you're currently at, and then the highs, your worst day, which is crazy. My worst day is $410. Let's keep that going. My best day, which is that much, and then my average winning day was that, which is cool, which was yesterday, I would say. And then they give you a threshold. Well, you're pretty much a guideline of like where you're trying to reach your profit target. And then this is what I meant earlier about when you can get profit, you can become funded within 2 days, but this is how they want you to do it. So your best day cannot be greater than 50% of your total profit. So if my total profit is 3K, they want you to reach 1,500, which is going to be difficult. Like, it's going to be difficult for you to reach that. I wouldn't say like, it's hard for you to be able to not go over that. So there's going to be days that you're trading and the trade goes so much in your favor and you're up huge. But then all of a sudden, I make $2,000, but my account size, my profit target is $3,000. You can't exceed that, half of that. So you have to somehow get to, they give you a little cushion. I don't know exactly how much, but they give you a cushion on how much you can make past the half mark. But then, like I mentioned before, as well with the daily stop loss that they have. So they don't want me to hit over $1,000 a day. That's when they will stop you for the day. That's when, like, you know what? You're done for the day. Boom. And then now, since now my account is at 51,000, I can't go below 49,000. So, like I mentioned before, when you get an account, you start with 50K. On here, you can't go lower than 48,000 to begin with. Until you gain profits, overall you start profiting. That balance now changes because now you're in profit. So say that you're almost at that $3,000 mark of profit. You know that you can't go down to 51,000 or close to $51,000 or a little below $51,000. So it gives you different objectives and rules for you to keep an eye out on, to let you have some skin in the game still without overdoing it. So I think that's beneficial. As well as Apex has something similar, but it's not anywhere compared to how this chart is. They give you a chart, but they don't give you certain information to keep you aligned. They let you know how many days you've been trading, how much you profited each day, and I want to say that's about it. But I like this chart. It's cool. It's helpful. Yeah. Overall, that's pretty much it that I want to really speak of. I can do a quick little demonstration of a paper trade of for those that don't know what it looks like to take trades on here. Let's do, so let's say I want to go long. All right, I placed my order. I put a bid in for 2 contracts to go long. So I'm buying. I think the price of the stock is going up. Sadly, say it didn't fill me in when I took the order. Actually, hold on. Let's see. You're not giving me my account information. Damn. I didn't get filled. And then that sucks. All right, whatever. We're in. I think. No, we're not in. Damn, we're getting jip right now. There we go. Now we're in. Took forever. So, like I was mentioning, there we go. This is information. So, you have your data information down here. This is how I have mine set up. Yours is going to be blank. You have to pretty much set everything up yourself. I would have to do a video about that, or you can just look on YouTube to find how to set up a Quantower platform or NinjaTrader, etc. Whatever platform you choose to trade off of. But this is how I have it. I have my stop loss 20 ticks away from my entry. From there, I have 125 for my profit target. So it doesn't give me the information of how much I can make right off the bat. Like if you were trying to get filled, it'll give you information of like how much you can make per trade. But it does give me information on exactly where I'm at. So from my entry, I'm up $20. Down here, it's telling me I'm up $20 or $40 now. And then how many ticks has already moved between that purchase already. So with just 3 ticks, I'm already up $30 with just 2 contracts. With 10 ticks, I'm already up, I'm already up almost $100 on the trade. So you can see with trading the NASDAQ minis with, just 2 contracts, how quick you can make money or lose money. So even if you want to just go with only trying to trade to get 20 ticks, I'm almost to that point where I'm already up 13 ticks. So let's say if I personally want to move my stop loss to break even so that I don't lose any money on this trade, I can do that. Boom. I no guarantee I'm not going to lose any money just because of the fact that I move my stop loss up to break even. I'm still in the trade, but I'm up $100. I know that's for certain. Now, my trade right here, I have my profit target, which is all the way up here. I can adjust that too. So if I want to just be able to get it right here so that I have a smaller move, but still be able to have something out of it, I'd rather you can do that. If I want to close out my trade, close position, let's flatten. Boom, we're flattening our position. We're out of the trade. We made $140. We made $130. Boom. Like, all right, cool, we're done. It only took us less than 3 minutes for that trade to happen, and we made $130. Took us 3 minutes to make $130. So that gives you an understanding like how quick that can happen. Trading options, sometimes you don't really make that much money in 3 minutes unless you have a big size. So it kind of gives you that understanding that I get now where, big money's moving. How these, these people that have these bigger size accounts are able to make money because they have the capital to do so. So this is a way for you to get that feeling of like, okay, I'm trading something that I understand and I don't have to be in it for too long. Now imagine if we were trading with, 4 contracts. Let's take a short. Let's take a short. See if we can get in this short. All right, we're in. We've got 4 contracts. 4 contracts, yo. We're only down 2 ticks right now. We're down $40. So let's see. We get a retracement. We can get a little come back down. See if this candle comes back down. I'll show you what I mean. But we're literally only down 3 ticks right now. Just 3 ticks with 4 contracts. That's $60. So we can see it come back down. I'll show you what I mean by that. We're down just 1 tick. We're back at break even. So like I mentioned, now we're back at break even. So if I chose to close this trade, I didn't lose anything and I didn't make anything. And I don't have to worry about, to pay on my contract because we're not worrying about Greeks anymore. So we came back to break even. So we can close this trade out and we're good. But now that it's coming down with only 5 ticks, now we're up $100. That's crazy, right? With just only 5 ticks, we're up $100 before contracts. So just some in your mind, you're thinking to yourself, okay, when it's more volatile, when the market's actually open, like at peak hours, it's moving a lot faster and a lot's going on. But I'm able to, I can benefit from this overall because I'm able to just get in, get out type of like scalp trading. Or if I choose to hold longer, like we mentioned before, we were held from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. You know how much money you would make if you had, 1, 2, 5 contracts at that time and just held on that move overall. That's crazy, right? So right now, we had just 6 contracts. I think it was like 6 or 7 contracts or 7 ticks. We were at $140 in profit. So like I mentioned, with just less than 3 minutes, we had made $130. Now, just the movement of overall this transaction that's going right now and this candle with these ticks, it shows that what can be done, moves can be made, and you don't need to hold a trade long to really benefit from it. You can trade with just one contract. With the minis, with the micros is a little bit different. You would have to buy a little bit more size. Like I mentioned, it's only $2. So with one contract for a micro, it's only $2 per tick or 0.25 ticks. So with 1 tick, that's not much, but it's something. And then you get comfortable with that, and you work your way up. You get comfortable with having a bigger size of the micros that you can work your way to doing trading with minis. It's not the best advice. Don't want to get you thinking like, oh, I'm gonna start trading with 4 contracts on the minis, and then all of a sudden you blow your account. Then you're just like, damn, what the F happened? So work your way into getting comfortable with what's going on, and then just be able to see how it is. So right now, I chose to close the account or close the trade. I could. We were in profit for a second, but I really wasn't paying too much mind about that. So like I mentioned, so I pressed close positions. My trade is done with, but my orders of buying, which was my stop loss on the top and my take profit zone, now those are entries. So what happened with me was I had closed down my position, which I took profits on, but these were still up. And once these hit, the trade went the opposite direction and blew the account. So for you to really remember, you got to press flat, and then that's what closes everything out. So yeah, long live stream. But it was like an hour. It was an hour, a little over an hour. But hopefully that's all beneficial for you guys. I'll have links of referrals if you guys choose to do so in the Discord and on the live stream here. Yeah, appreciate everybody. Hopefully that was helpful. I don't know, maybe not, but hopefully it's helpful for you guys. If you guys have any questions, especially those that are in my Discord server, definitely hit me up if you got any more questions in regards to it. If you need to know more, see me trade live. I'll try my best to do that again, so that you guys can get a little understanding of how things look, etc. But other than that, yeah, hopefully that was helpful as best as I possibly could to explain it to you guys. If I wasn't really helpful with all this, there's a ton of other videos on YouTube to pretty much be beneficial on understanding how to do this stuff. But yeah, peace out, stay black, make good choices. I appreciate everybody. Ciao.